At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Pahrump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747. News is also brought to you by Tire Works Total Car Care, not your typical tire and service company. Guaranteed lowest prices on tires. Your one-stop shop for all automotive needs. Call 775-751-6100 or 702-365-TIRE.
Tonight on News 46, a fire destroys a house, leaving 4 residents homeless.
Don't ask, don't tell is no more.
And it's open. See your new Denny's restaurant. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, September 20th, 2011. I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And I'm Janet Eric for News 46. I'm sitting in for Rick Vale this week. Now, topping our news, 4 residents are now homeless after losing everything in last night's structure fire, which completely engulfed their home and vehicle on the south part of town.
Yeah, we got a report of a structure fire on 6800 block of South Oakridge Street. Fire Chief Lewis was first on scene, reported a well-involved manufactured dwelling with multiple exposures, a couple of vehicles, and a 2-car garage next to it. Tender 2 was on location first. They did a master stream. They knocked down the blunt of the fire, helped protect the exposures. And then Engine 4, when I arrived with Engine 4, we pulled 2 inch 3/4 lines, pushed it away from the garage and the other vehicles, and then we had a quick knockdown, and it was all defensive attack fire. So,
do we know why it was already engulfed when it was reported?
No, I don't. I don't know. That would be a Chief Lewis question. Possibly delayed of notification, or I don't really know.
One of the cars actually did catch fire there.
Yeah, it was a SUV, a Division A, had some major damage to it.
And then this is an occupied structure, though, and the occupants all got out?
Yes, I believe there was no injuries reported, so everybody got out safely.
So this was just basically an exterior attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 100% defensive attack. We had Valley Electric come in on Division B. There was a pole that they secured, and then we had multiple exposures, heavy brush, and an RV in Division C in the back of the house. We ratified that quick, extinguished, and so there's no extension to the fire besides the structure.
We had several water tenders show up on scene as well.
Yeah, we had Tender 2, Tender 3, and we had a small attack unit, a brush truck, just for the spot fires with the embers, and then we had a couple support vehicles.
And we had some other homes in close proximity to this, and we protected those.
Yes, yeah, there was no extension to any of the properties or any of the structures. So.
And as far as the investigation is concerned at this point, is the State Fire Marshal coming in, or is this going to be handled locally?
This is going to be handled locally by the Fire Chief.
Do we have a clue of what it might be right now at this point?
No, I have no comment on that.
Now, if you can help in any way, including finding a home or some form of shelter for the victims of this fire, even a place to rent, they are looking for 2 separate 1- or 2-bedroom homes. Call 513-6948 or 751-2922. That's 513-6948 or 751-2922. We'll meet the homeowners of this devastating fire on tomorrow night's broadcast.
And after years of debate and months of final preparations, the military can no longer prevent gays from serving openly in its ranks. The repeal of a 1993 law that allowed gays to serve only so long as they kept their sexual orientation private took effect today at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. Some in Congress still oppose the change, but top Pentagon leaders have certified that it will not undermine the military's ability to recruit or to fight wars. The Army distributed a business-as-usual statement today saying simply the law is repealed and reminding soldiers to treat each other fairly. Gay advocacy groups have planned a series of celebrations across the country. The lifting of the 18-year-old ban also brings a halt to pending investigations, discharges, and other administrative proceedings that were begun under the Clinton-era law. Existing standards of personal conduct, such as those pertaining to public displays of affection, will continue regardless of sexual orientation. There will also be no immediate changes to eligibility standards for military benefits. All service members already enrolled to certain benefits entitlements, such as designating a partner of one's life insurance beneficiary or designated caregiver in the Wounded Warrior Program. Service members who were discharged under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell law will be allowed to re-enlist, but their application will not be given priority over those of any others with prior military experience who are seeking to re-enlist.
Now, a special meeting of the Valley Electric Association, the board passed a resolution eliminating impact fees. VEA's impact fees are charged on new development and expansion of existing services to help fund and pay for the capital construction or necessary expansion to the utilities' backbone infrastructure, transmission and substations, that would be. Now, the elimination of the fees is contingent upon VEA receiving approval from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. The estimated timeline for approval is the first quarter of 2012.
Thank you for that. And they are back on top, specializing in family dining. We spoke to Chief Operating Officer Fred Nielsen and Franchise Business Manager Raymond Meister about the new Pahrump Denny's.
This Denny's in the Pahrump Valley Junction is officially open. They'll never close again. We almost have 100 employees hired here locally. We're going to tell you all about it, including another location that will be opening soon.
We are very, very excited, Deanna. This is our first Denny's here in the city of Pahrump. We're so excited to be here. Tonight we're open at 8 o'clock.
So first meeting, is that a hint of something coming?
Well, I don't know how many restaurants this town can support, but we're excited to have the first one. We have been very well supported by the community. Everybody's been very, very excited to have us here, so we're looking forward to it.
I was at your hiring process that you had there at the Pahrump Nugget. It was just packed. People are excited in general just about Denny's coming to town.
Well, everybody, and I mean everybody in town, has said that they're excited to have a nice family restaurant here where they can take their family and their children and so forth to have a good dinner. So.
I know that we converted the old Game Crazy and Hollywood video here. Tell me about that process.
Well, originally we were actually looking at another location in Pahrump, but this is going back quite a ways, maybe 12, 18 months or so. That didn't quite work out. This property became available, and we were more excited about this property. We're actually happier to be here than where we were going to be. So it just is a great center to be in with all kinds of parking, and it's going to be a busy place.
Centrally located as well. Ray, I know that Denny's is doing well, and tell me about last year's growth.
We opened up almost 150 new restaurants last year. It was the largest expansion that Denny's has undergone in over 50 years, and we are now clearly the #1 leader in the family dining segment in America. And it's just really an exciting time for Denny's as we grow, and Pahrump is just another indication. You know, we just want to be the place to take your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's really more than certainly a slogan about always open, the idea that we're open to everyone in America, but we're also open 24/7, never close.
That's the thing. When you guys start at 8 o'clock tonight, that's forever. You guys are open, no more closing.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. Yes.
And another opening that you're having soon, too, as well, is in Beatty.
Yes, Beatty's next, and when I mean next, it's within the next month and a half.
So people can apply now?
Yes,
Absolutely.
we're actually working with Job Connect here in Pahrump. Also, Diane over there helped us a lot here to get this wonderful staff put together. She's also going to help us in Beatty.
Let's talk about the staff here. How many employees do we have?
We hired 97 people here, all from the Pahrump area. So it's a pretty cool thing. We had our final training session yesterday, and everybody was just very, very excited, enthusiastic. Probably out of the 20 or so openings I've done in my career, this was the most exciting, the crew.
The crew is excited. They're gearing up and ready to go. Tell me about some of the training that they go through. I know they've been working here for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, it's about a week all in all. Cooks have separate training from the server staff and the hostesses and the service assistants that support the servers. And everybody gets their own training. The cooks' training is a little bit longer. Actually, some of the cooks had some pre-training in some of our Las Vegas Denny's because their job is a little bit more intricate than some of the others. So they had probably 3 or 4 weeks maybe of pre-training.
Anything that we should be looking forward on the menu?
You know, right now we've got Let's Get Cheesy for the next 5 weeks or so. It's all about cheese.
There you go. And so we'll be open all the time here and always open. We don't go with the never closed. We're always positive.
That's right, always positive. And I just want to thank the people of Pahrump. They've been really supportive, from the folks that lead this city on down to just people that show up at that door over there saying, when are you guys going to open? So I just want to say thank you.
And we're so excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, I have to tell you, I am completely impressed with the management and what goes into training for Denny's. And I think we're going to be impressed. I mean, every restaurant in the beginning is going to have some things that they're going to have to work on. But I mean, everything is just so. Food is time-stamped, dated, it's kept track of. Customer service is everything. Smiles, I mean, just the training to me was very impressive. So these owners happen to have the top 4 stores, I believe it is, in Las Vegas.
Oh, no wonder they were so tough.
That's right. They are serious about customer service. So, of course, we want to give them a chance to work through the opening, but I think they're going to really do a great job.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
sure
good.
they will. It's exciting to have them here.
It is.
Now, coming up, we interview Chief Operating Officer of Denny's, Joe Sorasi.
And School Superintendent Dr. Rob Roberts updates us on the Pahrump Valley High School's remodel.
And we'll have this and more right after this break, so please stay with us.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Their healthcare center is now open in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Welcome back to News 46. Now, part 2 with Denny's. We introduce you to Chief Operating Officer of Denny's, Joe Sorasi.
Well, we're very excited to be here, opening up in Pahrump, and we are thrilled to be part of the Pahrump community. As a matter of fact, my partner and I are both Nevada residents, and we feel the future, as he always likes to say it, is very, very bright. So for us, it's very important to be in a town like Pahrump. We can offer family dining in a smoke-free environment, as well as employ a good number of people. So we're very excited to be here.
I know the town's excited for you to be here as well. Tell me about why you guys decided on Pahrump.
Well, we looked at Pahrump, and we really believe Pahrump's future is also very, very bright. When you look at the demographics here, and I've had the opportunity to meet with your town manager, who's an outstanding individual, and he brought me through the plans for growth and be able to be a point of destination for not only tourists, but other folks that are traveling by. We thought it would be a great opportunity for us to be part of the growth plan.
What was your experience like opening a business here?
Fantastic. Everyone that we work with was absolutely wonderful. As you hear many horror stories with small businesses administratively trying to get things through, we were very, very pleased with the partnership that the town formed with us so that we could get this restaurant opened as soon as possible.
I know that you're opening another one up in Beatty. How many more are you looking forward to?
Well, Beatty is going to be opening up in late October, but we have a number of properties we're looking at throughout the state and particularly in the Las Vegas area as well. We really feel for us over the next year or so, 8 to 10 new restaurants would be a goal that is very achievable.
And I know that you're having a grand opening here with the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, on October 22nd, please come by. We think it'll be an exciting day. We really want to be part of the community. So for us, an opportunity to meet community leaders as well as our customers and guests. It will be a fun day, I promise.
What is that like with the employees here, training them, getting ready for such a grand opening?
Well, I tell you what, we couldn't be more proud. As a matter of fact, Fred, our Chief Operating Officer, just mentioned to me this morning that of all the restaurants he's opened, this is the most excited and enthusiastic crew he's ever come in contact with. So we're very, very happy about that.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
The Nevada Highway Patrol has issued a press release about a black 2009 Yamaha YZF R1 motorcycle that was traveling southbound on I-15 in the left travel lane on Thursday, September the 15th at approximately 8:40 p.m. It was being driven by 22-year-old Jerry John Creekmore of Las Vegas.
That's right. The rider accelerated the motorcycle at a rate causing the front wheel to lift from the road surface into a wheelie configuration. Mr. Creekmore reportedly accelerated the motorcycle at a high rate of speed in a reckless manner and began to lose control.
The motorcycle's front tire came back into contact with the roadway and traveled in a southwesterly direction across all 5 southbound travel lanes of I-15. The motorcycle left the roadway traveling across the Dirt Gorge area separating I-15 southbound and the Flamingo Road southbound on-ramp, still in a southwesterly direction, and then across Flamingo Road on-ramp that exited the west asphalt edge.
Quite a ride.
Yes.
The right side of the motorcycle struck the steel guardrail along the edge of the asphalt, ejecting Creekmore from the motorcycle. He was transported to University Medical Center where he succumbed to his injuries that he had sustained in the crash, and he was pronounced dead.
Now, in other news, Nye County Superintendent Dr. Rob Roberts updates us on the progress of Pahrump Valley High School's remodel.
Pahrump Valley High School is a $28 million addition to the Pahrump Valley High School that was constructed for a population of 650 students. As you know, over the last few years, we've had as many as 1,580 students in that building built for 650, which required us to have a whole covey of modulars that are inefficient, ineffective, costs a lot to heat and air condition and plumbing and all those things. By having an internal structure with, once again, a ground loop heat source, we dug over 200 holes, wells in the ground underneath the what was the old football practice area, and that area will move the water through all those pipes and heat and cool that large structure at an extremely less cost than is currently so. It will occupy career and technical education classes in the construction trades, transportation, computers, and a large culinary program that we want to train kids to be chefs for the various service industries in the area. And we also have 3 large classrooms for the junior ROTC program, where all the walls will, the separating walls will pull back and allow for one large area for them to hold indoor formations and all those kinds of things that they need to do, and even drill and ceremony to some degree, so they won't have to be out in the heat as much when during the very, very hot summer months. So we're excited about that.
I'm excited about this too. We're going to have a different facade, I think, and a 3-story building in the back. What's going to happen with 9th Grade Academy?
Well, speaking of the facade of the school, in December we should be able to move everybody into the large structure that's built behind the current high school. And we'll empty the front building and allow us to completely remodel and update that portion with the latest fiber optics, computer hookups, and all those things that are necessary to make it a 21st century building. Then the outside of the facade will be a very attractive, it would look like an all brand new school. With a huge Trojan head in the middle and lots of parking for students and faculty. And then that will eliminate the students in 9th Grade Academy currently from having to traverse back and forth every day. It'll be self-contained for food service, all those kinds of things. A large wrestling area, enough to put out 2 mats for the students to exercise in. The current 9th grade academy, we will use that facility for whatever extension programs we have right now. We're going to shut down the B building of that, and, board it up and all that until we can determine, keep it ready for, mothball it for the next wave of whatever occurs. There's lots of things we could do with it, but right now we'll probably reduce operations there to try and save money.
And then how many stages and when's expected completion?
3 stages of the high school program. Stage 1 is the current $28 million extension on the back. And then stage 2 is the first part of the school with the remit. And stage 3 will be the area of where the current parking lot is. At one point, we want to put a performing arts center there. And that would be the next stage when we have determining if we have any money left with everything else we're doing. So that might be until the next bond issue. We're not sure.
And so they were saying about the middle of the year, is that true that you'll be opening up the back area?
The current plan of construction is that over the Christmas break, we will be very, very busy moving furniture, hooking computers, and getting all those classrooms ready to go.
And coming up after the break, we'll have Zach Fuentes with your look at our weather. Don't go away.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back to News 46. I'm Zach Fuentes here with your weather. Today we did have sunny skies, a high of 96 degrees, and our winds coming out of the southwest at 3 miles per hour. Our gusts at up to 7 miles per hour, and our pressure's holding steady there at 30.4. Our UV index is at 8, which is very high still, and our humidity is at 17%. Our sunrise was at 6:30 a.m., and our record for today was back in 1951 at 103 degrees. Tonight we're looking at some clear skies, a low of 70 degrees, and winds to come out of the north at 2 miles per hour, gusts at 5 miles per hour. Humidity is going to be at 23%, kind of high, and sunset is looking to be at 6:46 p.m. Our record for tonight was back in 1965 at 46 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny skies, a high of 96 degrees, low of 71, winds coming out of the southwest at 3 miles per hour, not very powerful there. Gusts at up to 7 miles an hour once again, and our UV index is at 8, very high. Our sunrise is looking to be at 6:31 a.m., maybe I'll wake up for this one, and our humidity is looking to be at 18%. 7-day forecast. Wednesday, we're going to have a high of 96 degrees. Thursday is going to go up 1 degree. Friday through Sunday, we're going to have some clouds there, temperatures ranging from 92 to 90. And Monday, we're going to be in the 80s, just on the border there. Tuesday, 94, and mostly across the board, we're going to be in the 60s for our overnight lows. And today's worst weather was in White Owl, South Dakota, where they had howling, damaging winds. Back to you.
So not much going on in our weather.
No, but good sleeping weather at night in the 60s, huh?
Yes, that is very nice. Good point.
Okay, now just a reminder to subscribe to our free weekly email newsletter. To subscribe, just visit our website at KPVM.TV and fill in the form right on the main page. The newsletter is filled with great information and lots of coupons from Frugal Lou.
That's right. And free flu shots this Saturday at the Pahrump Nugget from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call 751-4279. That's 751-4279 with any questions that you may have.
Now, Clark County Parks and Recreation presents Life in Death, Day of the Dead, a 2-day festival featuring displays, an art exhibit, performances, craft sales, and food vendors on Tuesday and Wednesday, November the 1st and 2nd from 5 p.m. at the Winchester Cultural Center and Park. That's 3130 South McLeod Drive. And the event will explore cultural traditions relating to the Mexican holiday of El Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. Admission to the festival is free, but there are minimal additional charges for some of the activities and vendors.
And our friends at Domino Pizza would like to let you know about their September specials. Mention KPVM and you can have 2 pizzas, 2 large pizzas, with update toppings for just $10.99.
What a deal.
And the Rotary is holding a $10,000 cash giveaway. There's only 300 tickets that are going to be sold. Make sure you give us a call. It's going to be at Mountain Falls. So call 727-9400 and ask for Vern.
Happy birthday to our own sales expert and dear member of the KPVM family, Pat Wall.
Well, you know, there comes a day that a fruit becomes ripe. And I think today is that day. It's the birthday of Pat Wall, and she's like a fine wine, you know. Once you bottle it and drink it and it's aged, it's one of the finest, purest forms of alcohol you can get. What a high you can get off of Pat Wall. At 72 years old, 77 years old? 77 years old. That's like drinking a vintage bottle of Lodi grape wine. You know the Lodi grape vines are over 100 years old, and she's just as clear and clean and fresh as one of them. Anyway, enough with all the nonsense. Happy birthday, Pat. 77, huh? Yo, hag.
77 years ago today was born Pat Wall. The world's been a better place ever since. We love you, Pat. Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I got a fire call. Oh wait, it's Pat's cake. It's the candles. Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday. Hope it's a great one. Rock on. Groovy.
Happy birthday, Pat, and many, many more. Happy birthday, Pat. Hope you have an awesome day.
Happy birthday, Pat. Hope you have an awesome time.
Happy birthday, Pat.
Hey, Pat. Everybody around the station telling me it's your birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Pat, and many more.
Happy birthday, Pat. Many, many more.
Hey Pat, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're such a role model. I hope when I'm 77 years old I can be as energetic, as motivated, and just as wonderful as you are. Have a great day.
Happy birthday, Pat.
I love that. That was
funny.
great. All those people behind the scenes are wishing Pat Wall a happy birthday. Thanks a lot, Pat, for everything that you do. And thank you, everybody behind the scenes, for everything that you do. We have 5 full-timers here, 5 part-timers, and about 5 interns. So it takes a lot of people to make everything happen around here.
Yes, it does. And Pat had her first birthday at Denny's.
She did. They officially had their first birthday, and they all sang happy birthday there for her today.
Yeah,
Very nice.
So the first one at Denny's was Pat Wall's. Okay, now that does it for this edition of News 46.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And I'm Janet Arrett.
From everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you again here tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.